The rise of Cyrus the Great, a legend of leadership. Long ago, in the heart of ancient Persia, a child was born who would go on to change the course of history. His name was Cyrus, the son of Cambyses, and though his early life seemed humble, destiny had great plans for him. The world of Cyrus was divided into kingdoms, each with its own culture, language, and rulers. To the west, the mighty Medes ruled over vast lands, and to the east, the Lydians controlled the riches of Asia Minor. Yet Persia, the land of Cyrus, was a relatively small and lesser-known kingdom. But within young Cyrus burned a fire, a yearning to unite and rule all these lands, not through violence, but through wisdom, justice, and respect for all peoples. As a boy, Cyrus learned from the greatest minds of his time. He was taught the value of kindness, the strength in unity, and the importance of honor. But what truly made him different was his understanding of what it meant to lead, not as a conqueror, but as a guide, someone who could unite the fractured world around him. One fateful day, when Cyrus was a young man, the Medes, led by his grandfather, had an unfortunate falling out with the Persians. As a result, the Medes decided to attack Persia, believing they could crush the small kingdom once and for all. But Cyrus had learned from his elders, especially from the wise figures who had shaped his early years. Instead of fighting blindly, he knew it was time to show the Medes that there was more to strength than military might. Cyrus gathered the Persian warriors and decided that instead of rushing into battle, he would offer peace to the Medes. He sent an envoy with a message: "Let us not waste lives. Let us unite our kingdoms and forge a greater future together." The Medes, led by the powerful king Astyages, were stunned by Cyrus's wisdom. However, Astyages did not trust the young prince. He thought him naive, and so the conflict seemed inevitable. As the battle approached, Cyrus's calm demeanor contrasted sharply with Astyages' aggressive nature. Before the battle could begin, Cyrus and his warriors found an opportunity to infiltrate the Medes' camp under the cover of night. But instead of attacking, they chose to speak. With words more powerful than any sword, Cyrus convinced the Medes that their current path would only lead to ruin. He offered them a chance to join him in ruling together. Cyrus's persuasive skills and wisdom were undeniable. The next morning, when the two armies met, the Medes did not fight. Instead, they joined the Persians. The Persians and Medes united under Cyrus's leadership, forming one of the most powerful empires the world had ever seen, the Achaemenid Empire. With the Medes on his side, Cyrus expanded his vision further. He did not simply conquer lands, but he sought to create a harmonious empire where diverse cultures could thrive. He respected local customs and religious beliefs, a rare trait for conquerors of the time. Unlike other rulers who imposed their rule with fear and force, Cyrus allowed the people to practice their religions, preserve their traditions, and even keep their local leaders. This approach earned him loyalty and admiration from all corners of the empire. Cyrus's most famous conquest came when he set his sights on the kingdom of Babylon. Babylon, one of the greatest cities of the ancient world, was ruled by the arrogant king Nabonidus and his son Belshazzar. The Babylonians, though wealthy and powerful, had become cruel and oppressive toward their subjects. Cyrus saw an opportunity not only to expand his empire, but also to free the people of Babylon from tyranny. As the Persian army advanced toward the gates of Babylon, the Babylonians thought they were invincible. However, Cyrus devised a brilliant plan. Instead of attacking head-on, he diverted the waters of the Euphrates River, which ran through the city, allowing his soldiers to enter Babylon through the dry riverbed. The Babylonians, unprepared and caught off guard, surrendered without much resistance. When Cyrus entered the gates of Babylon, he did not celebrate in the traditional manner of conquest. Instead, he approached the city's temple of Marduk, the chief god of Babylon, and offered prayers, showing respect for their gods. This gesture was unlike any other conqueror of the time and solidified his reputation as a ruler who valued peace and tolerance. Cyrus continued to expand his empire with wisdom and fairness. He freed the Jews from captivity in Babylon and allowed them to return to their homeland, a gesture that earned him a place in biblical history as the anointed one of God. His approach to governance was revolutionary. Instead of ruling through fear, he used understanding, diplomacy, and respect for local traditions. His policies were encapsulated in the Cyrus Cylinder, which is considered one of the first declarations of human rights. Despite his great conquests, Cyrus's heart was never set on the throne alone. He wanted to create a legacy of peace and prosperity that would endure long after his death. His reign marked the beginning of one of the largest empires the world had ever seen, stretching from the Mediterranean Sea to the Indus River. Cyrus ruled for several decades, until one day, in the midst of a campaign in the distant lands of Central Asia, he fell in battle. His death was mourned by millions, not as the fall of a conqueror, but as the loss of a visionary leader who had changed the course of history. His empire continued to flourish under his successors, but his spirit lived on through the principles he established, principles that would influence empires for centuries to come. Cyrus the Great was not just a king, he was a symbol of leadership, compassion, and unity. His legacy, built on the foundation of respect and justice, continues to inspire leaders and thinkers around the world, reminding us all that true power lies not in conquest, but in the ability to unite and lead with wisdom and integrity. Though centuries have passed since Cyrus the Great's reign, his story remains one of history's greatest truths. His leadership, wisdom, and compassion shaped the course of nations, leaving behind a legacy that still resonates today. The story of Cyrus is not just a legend, it is the reality of one man's extraordinary impact on the world.